All right, so Shannon Sharpe's situation keeps on getting worse every single day. This is kind of similar to Didi's because in Didi's case, we used to get updates almost every single day. But the good thing about Shannon's, he's not going to jail for none of this kinky and freak ass shit that he did behind closed doors, right? But Didi's incarcerated right now, so he's lucky. Yeah, I know Shannon has been taking over the news for the past few days. So his lawyer, Laney Davis, explains why they proposed $10 million to Gabriela Zuniga. Zuniga or Zuniga? I mean, whatever it is. But anyhow, so let me go ahead and read what the lawyer said, right? So he says Shannon Sharpe's lawyer, Shannon Sharpe's attorney, Laney J. Davis, recently discussed why the former Hall of Famer proposed a $10 million settlement to his grape accuser. Davis clarified that the substantial offer was not an admission of guilt, but rather an attempt to prevent any public humiliation. Okay, let me say this, man. This is similar to what happened to Jay-Z with Tony Busby, because this is the same lawyer who filed a lawsuit against Jay-Z. That's the same ones filing a lawsuit against Shannon. The Jay-Z one, that was a blackmail. They said like they were talking behind closed doors. They were trying to take money from Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was like, "No, I'm innocent. You're not getting a penny from me," right? But in Shannon's case, he was like, "All right, you know what? They've been talking, according to the news. They've been talking for the past couple months." So Shannon was like, "I'm not paying that $10 million. I don't want any public humiliation. I don't want anybody to know what I have been doing behind closed doors. I don't want anybody to find out about my freaky side or things of the nature." But at the same time, I'm like, bro, if you know you are innocent, you haven't done any of this shit, honestly, I don't care about what other people gonna think. Yeah, I want you to file that lawsuit. I'm going to defend myself and to prove to myself that I am innocent. Look at Jay-Z now. Jay-Z now, he looks good because he was found innocent. I mean, the lawsuit was dropped by the lawyer, by Tony Busby himself. So Jay-Z right now is like, shit, I'm the shit. And guess what? We forgot about it pretty much. Now we forgot about it. Now we look at Jay-Z completely different. Like, people respect him even more because they're like, oh shit, he didn't fold. He was like, yeah, y'all want to sue me? Cool, go ahead, do it. I'm going to go through it. I mean, but I'm not giving you money. 10 mil, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of money. I've been working since I was like, I don't know, in my 20s or some shit like that. I don't even think I reached close to 2 mil or even 1 million, right? Maybe I passed a mil, but I don't think so. Maybe no. But 10 mil is a lot of money. For you to give someone 10 million to shut up, something in your conscience tells you that, yo, yeah, you did something. Like, come on, man. 10 mil is a lot of money. And the girl's only 19. She doesn't even know how to spend like 1 mil. I don't even think her bank account hit like 200,000, even 100,000. I know she's on OnlyFans, right? She probably gets paid a lot. You know, them OnlyFans, some of them, they get paid millions a month or a year. But I don't know about OnlyFans revenue like that. But she did something, before I continue, she did something that was very, very, like, that was nasty work. Nasty work. So when the lawsuit went public, right? I mean, when they put it public, her name was Jane Doe, right? Anonymously. She filed anonymously. But when Shannon fired back at her, he revealed the name. And after he revealed the name, she went back because after the lawsuit, when the lawsuit went public, her Instagram was private. She put on private. After her name was revealed, and then people found out that she's an OnlyFans model, whatever you call it. Now the Instagram is public, right? From private to public, because she knows that people are gonna be curious to go find out what she does on OnlyFans, and people wanna see that 25K cheek. I mean 25K a cheek, whatever, or 50K cheeks. Because that must be some good ass chicks for you to be, to be like charging that much. But I get it. the cost was not because of that. I mean, we kind of misunderstood that a little bit. It's not like every time Unc wanted to clap them cheeks, he has to pay like 25 a cheek, right? No. That conversation was because something happened between them two. She was mad. That's why she was like, you know what? If you want to clap them again, now you're going to pay for your mistakes. I think that was after the audio with Michelle. Y'all remember that. This is my Michelle. This is my Michelle. After the audio went viral. And that's when she decided to charge him 25 just to forgive him. But that's not the point. Going back to what I was talking about, 10 mil, bro, it's a lot of money, man. Personally, if I know I didn't do shit, I will not pay 10 mil. I don't mind. I don't care how much money I have. But that 10 mil, I'm not doing that. I'm going to spend that 10 mil on lawyers to clear my name and my reputation. Because guess what? She might not come up something today, or she might take that money, settle the lawsuit, and then the next few years or months, she gonna come up something new. And she gonna try to get money from you. That's how it goes. And the reason being because she said that, well, let me unfold it a little bit, right? She said that Unc put his baby leg into her behind without consent, and he didn't put a condom. I'm like, Unc, man, come on, man. Like, I get it. People are freaky. Everybody's different. I'm not saying like, oh, it's wrong to do it, but I'm like, if you have a man who likes to, get dirty behind all the time, I'm sorry, bro. You have some gay tendency, though. For real. Like, what is so good about a butthole that is better than a punani? Deadass. I mean, if you like that much, guess what? Eventually, you might find a man attractive too. You might be okay smashing a man butthole. That's how it starts. I mean, to me, if it was by curiosity, you wanted to try it at least one time, at least 1 or 2 times maybe. But if that's your freaking kinky shit, your fantasy, you do it all the time, yeah, I think you like niggas too. I ain't gonna lie, you like niggas. But settling 10 mil for something that you didn't do, bruh, nah, you have done something. Something's off here, man. They've been talking for 2 months. I'm like, yo, listen, if that was a sister, I ain't gonna lie to you, the sister gonna take that 10 mil. Because that girl, although she's pretty, all that, but she's still a hood girl. She's still like a Pukisha, though. For her to be on OnlyFans, like, dating somebody who's like 30 years older than, like 35 years older than her, yeah, she's a Pukisha. I ain't gonna lie. But that 10 mil, if that was a sister would be like, oh shit, you give me 10 mil to shut up? Hell yeah, nigga. I'ma shut up and you can keep fucking me too. At the same time, 10 mil for a sister, that, yo, a Pukisha in the hood, like, don't get me wrong, they got some pretty ass sister in the hood, right? They might be a little toxic. I mean, that's what make the punani a little juicy and better sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. But for 10 mil, oh yeah, you see them in Chanel store every single month. You see them in Louis Vuitton. Like, they'll take the deal. They'll be like, yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to deal with them lawyers. I don't want to be on news like that. Yo, my 10 mil is going to take me out of the hood. I'm going to buy my mom a house. I'm going to get myself some few Chanel's bag, some weaves and sandals. I'm going to get myself some vacation time in Barbados or Bahamas or Jamaica. Yeah, Shannon, I'm good. Hey, call me if you want to fuck again. Sis, dude, shit, I'm telling you, man. Some hood chicks, yeah, they'll be down for that 10 mil. But Unc, he's a certified, bona fide snow bunny lover. I mean, I can tell because Michelle also was a snow bunny. Michelle was a snow bunny. That's funny. We finding out about Michelle also had a restraining order. I mean, they were like dating. Michelle had a restraining order on him back in 2010. So Unc has been doing some kinky shit. Like I said, I respect it. I get it. Everybody's different. But bro, if they don't want to do it, just don't do it. At this point, like, what's the guy called again? Charleston White. He said that it's better for you just to pay a professional to do your thing. Because if you're trying to date them, you're trying to be cool with them, take them out, yeah, start getting feelings, yeah, start getting comfortable. Yeah, something happen. But if you're paying a professional, right? You say, hey, this is your job. I might give you like, how much you charge? Oh, I charge like 10K a night. Okay, cool. But I want to do extra. I'm going to pay like 30K. Yeah, you can do your shit, professional contract. You're going to worry about none of this. None of this. But Unc decided to do a little different. But 19, like Unc was 54 at the time. Bro, that's some nasty work, bro. The gap is really gapping. The gap is gapping like big time, bro. But let me move on another update. There's a leak audio, all right, for Shaq, supposedly, right? Allegedly, I'll say, not supposedly, allegedly. Shaq allegedly was trying. So the reason being, the leak audio, I think it was Matt Barner who like leaked the audio. How do you say leak, right? Leaked the audio. So in the audio, let me actually play the audio, right? Let me play the audio. So yeah, I can have an idea.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on our boy. So again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there. I ain't quiet. Hey, he said, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back to him a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this. But please keep his name quiet.
To that. Have you guys talked? We haven't. Shaq feels the way he feels, and he's perfectly fine to feel that way. I said what I said. I still think Shaq is a phenomenal basketball player, even though, he minimized my career. I'm fine. The thing is, first off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim. West side when we.
Damn. What is that? All right, so Shaq saying. All right, so basically the audio. So the audio saying that Shaq is paying top dollars to anybody who has some dirt on Shannon. The reason being because they all do podcasts, right? Shaq, Matt Barner, right? That's his name, Matt Barner, right? They all do podcasts, and on Shannon as well. So the fact that Shaq fell allegedly, right? That's what the media is saying, allegedly, because the volume was going to give Shannon a $100 million deal, and Shaq felt some type of way. So that's why we're trying to have dirt on him, so that deal wouldn't go through. Maybe he would be next to get the deal, right? They all do podcasts, like I say. But if anything, if that's true, though, I would say this. If that's true, I would say this. Club Shay Shay is more popping than Shaq's podcast. So he deserves it. I ain't gonna lie, he deserves it. His podcast is doing super good. But Shaq fire back. He's being sarcastic about it, but which I like. But by the way, this the text on the DMs that was released by Tasha K, Matt Barners, right? Y'all keep playing, and I'ma sue you for this shit. This AI doctored auto. Y'all some clowns. Okay, all right. Y'all post me again. That'll be some bullshit, and I'ma sue you. Okay, I'ma sue you, blah, blah, blah. So this is the text on the DMs. Okay, so Shaq fire back. He posted it that was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And it was just like being funny about it, right? So this is why he's saying. So he's trolling.
All right, I'm also paying information. You know where Kenny the Jet Smith at?
Yes, I got Kenny too. I know exactly where he's at.
Okay, now this one right here gets you cocaine. I'm gonna give you some motherfucking big dollars. Do you know where Ernie Johnson is at?
Ooh, let me work on that one right quick. That's a tough one.
Alright, and remember, I'm paying top dollar for all that information. Love you, boy. Alright, hey, don't tell nobody.
All right, one.
Alright,
Hey, this is Shaq. I'm paying top dollar information. You know where Charles Barkley's at?
Yeah, I know where Charles is at. I got him.
All right, I'm also paying information. You know where Kenny the Jet Smith at?
Yes, I got Kenny too. I know exactly where he's at.
Okay, now this one right here gets you going. I'm gonna give you some motherfucking big dollars. Do you know where Ernie Johnson is at?
Ooh, let me work on that one right quick. That's a tough one.
Alright, and remember, I'm paying top dollar for all that information. Love you, boy. Hey, don't tell nobody.
All right, one.
Yo, Shaq is fun. He's trolling, dog. So basically, because the audio that was leaked by Matt Barners, you know, the audio was saying that Shaq was paying top dollars to anyone who has some dirt on Shannon. So that's why he did this video. Because according to him, he says that that's AI. It's not true. He never said. Although they do have a beef, right? The beefing. I think the beef started it on a podcast. They said something about one of the basketball players, something like that. I don't know exactly how the beef started. Like I don't know like the man like cause of the beef, but I know a little bit of something. So they were doing commentary on the podcast, and one said something and the other one didn't like. So that's how everything started. It. So, but he was just trolling. Yeah. So that's just like, man, that shit was crazy because like this Shannon Sharpe situation. It's very unfortunate because Shannon also took a leave, or what they call leave of absence, right? No, temporary leave of absence from ESPN. Yeah, I know he works for ESPN. That's why he gets his bag as well. I know he got money. He has all the businesses on the side, but ESPN, that's a big bag too. The fact that he stepped down, this is not a good sign. Those are the things that your haters and people want you to fall. When they look at it, they're like, "Oh shit, we're winning now. We're winning." Because I mean, he said he stepped down because he wants to stay with spend time with his family. I'm like, bro, the whole time you never spend time with your family. You weren't spending time with your family. So I'm a little confused, dog. I believe ESPN asked him to do that, so they don't get, how the media goes, right? So they don't get pressure from viewers or people. Oh, why you guys have this guy? Oh, he's a monster. They're gonna call him names, things of the nature. So I think that decision came from, I might be wrong, but I'm just thinking out loud. But I think the decision came from ESPN. They just want him to step down a little bit, but this doesn't look good on him because he can lose money like quick, though. Although he will now be incarcerated for this unless things get super, super crazy or some criminal charges comes after this. But also, like I said in the previous video, I think I did a video before, one or two more videos prior to this one. Like I said, this is going to open a Pandora box for more women. Now, you never know. Probably somebody right now already reached out to Tony Busby. They're working on the next lawsuit against Shannon. The fact that he wanted to settle 10 mil, somebody looking at it like, oh shit, I bet you say no to 10 mil. Oh shit, I might be fine with 5 mil. Because most of these people filing for lawsuit, they broke. Someone who makes like 10 mil a year who got money like that, they don't have time to sue somebody like Shannon. If they made it, they will not have time to do it. They'll feel like, nah, man, I'm too big for that shit. But like I said, someone probably working on it right now behind closed doors, like, okay, all right, the girl almost got 10 mil. All right, cool. I'll be okay with 5 mil if he gives me 5 mil. As a matter of fact, I'll take 20. All right, cool. But like I said, man, this is not looking good. Things keep on getting worse every single day. But hopefully, Shannon's gonna be fine. I get it. We make mistakes. It happens. But this is just unfortunate because he has a family to feed. And the relationship is consensual, so I don't really blame him like 100%. I just blame him to the things that he did that the girl didn't want him to do. But like I said in the previous video, they both in it wrong because they both nasty and dirty. Even the girl, I think that girl has a lot of daddy issues, and Shannon, speaking of Shannon, I almost forgot about this, man. They're saying that there's a rumor talking about him being gay, dog. I don't know how true that is. I can confirm it. There was a video that Tasha K did, and there was an assistant. Let me see, Shannon assistant, right? This guy was fired. Shannon assistant. Shannon Pace Banker. I don't know. Shannon Sharpe. This guy was Shannon assistant. They used to go everywhere, basketball games. They used to travel together. And he was fired because I think the rumor came out that Shannon is gay, and he decided to fire him because he didn't want people to be thinking like he been clapping his chick. But I believe something happened because they used to be super close. Okay, coming from Shannon Sharpe passing me. Shannon, gay. The guy was gay actually. The assistant was gay. I'm like, yo, why are you gonna have a gay assistant? Honestly, I'm not. Nah, Shannon gets a cookie. Female production assistant. I can't find it, but anyhow, man. So there was a gay. Let me see. There was a guy. Yeah, this is him here. There we go. So this is him here. Oh, this is TikTok, man. Brought me to TikTok. This is him here. All right. So this is the guy here. It's gonna bring me to YouTube. Yeah, I mean, people saying he's gay on the low. I don't know why you're gonna have your gay assistant with you everywhere like this, traveling together. I don't see many people. I don't know. Listen, I know people have assistant, but I don't see people taking the assistant like everywhere like this, like they were dating. To me, it seems like some chicks were clapped somehow. Shannon probably likes clapping men on the low, but he still loves women. Women are maybe priority or top one on the list, but men still on the list, maybe top two. Right? Because ain't no way you're gonna have look like the two body here, man. Like, you know, like the shoulders are close to too close. This guy is gay. I don't see why you're gonna have a gay assistant. I know you don't have to discriminate, but a guy who's like straight man, they will find it a little uncomfortable to have a gay assistant. I ain't like no sending shady to anybody. I like man, I like women. I'm a straight man. I'll be very, very uncomfortable to have a gay assistant and somebody that I work with closely like that. I get it, you might be super talented, all that, but I would prefer to find somebody like who's like either find a man who's like a man, or I mean straight man, or I'll find a woman. Simple. I'm not gonna be comfortable because certain things I can talk to about it. Yeah, it's not gonna work. But yeah, I don't know if that's true, but if you ask me on the low, I think brother likes them men chicks as well. The fact that he likes clapping on women butthole, that's a little. It's a red flag though. It's a red flag. If you have a man who does it all the time, that's a big red flag. Red flag, like I said at the beginning. But other than that, man, that's what I have to say about this Shannon. I'll keep you posted if anything comes up again. But yeah. Have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you probably tomorrow or the next day.